Good morning, welcome to my in-laws apartment. It's a co-op, not a condo, so much cheaper than a condo. 925 square feet, 2 beds, 1 bath, recently renovated. Bought this place for $325, and we helped them out with paying cash on this place. We loaned them a little bit of money between us and my sister-in-law. We used a little bit of our HELOC, and only used HELOCs was for very specific circumstances. Don't ever use a HELOC to buy, cars and vacations and stuff like that. We'll talk about HELOCs in another video, but easily get yourself in trouble. It's basically a huge credit card. And when people have huge credit cards, they like to buy stuff and get themselves in trouble. No good. Anyway, when they were living in their townhome that was sold about 3 years ago, they managed to save up after 30 years. They managed to save up $50,000. $50,000 after an entire lifetime of saving, and try to scrape together a few $1,000s a year, try to go to Taiwan and China to visit their relatives on both sides. Here's the useless treadmill that my father-in-law insisted on buying because he wanted to start exercising at 78. We have been pressuring him to go outside, go take a walk, but it's always some excuse. And he finally said, I'll buy a treadmill and walk and watch TV at the same time. I said, okay, but I doubt you're going to use it more than 3 times. I swear to God, everybody who buys a piece of gym equipment, within a few weeks, it's done. You're not. If you don't have the willpower to go outside and take a walk, you're not going to stand in front of the TV and take a walk more than 3 times. And lo and behold, about 3 times later, he was done. It's been useless sitting there ever since. But, they were trying to scrape together a few $1,000s to go back to Taiwan every year and vacation in China twice a year. $50,000 to their name. And lo and behold, could you imagine, after selling their house, after 10 years of trying to pressure them into selling their house, they pocketed over $500,000. And today, imagine waking up after selling a house and you have $500,000, 10 times the amount of money. 10 times the amount of money that you ever had in your lifetime because you let go of the house. Let go of the house that was keeping you broke and poor. And had they sold 12, 13 years ago, like we pressured them to do right after their retirement, about 63, they're now in the upper 70s, 80. Had they sold about 13 years ago, that house would have sold for less money. However, the money that they would have gotten out of it would have grown at 15% over the last 13 years. And I calculated that they would probably have $2 million. So instead of only having 10 times the amount of money that they had ever saved in a lifetime, what is that? That's 40 times. They would have had 40 times the amount of money that they ever saved in their lifetime had they sold their house 13 years ago. So, in any case, we're very happy that they now can vacation anytime they want to. I mean, it used to be that they would scrape together a few $1,000s, go back to China and Taiwan, and we would hand them, probably about $1,000 each time for spending money because, to get there is expensive. But, they didn't have a lot of money to spend once they got there. So we would hand them, about $1,000 every time they went back. And now they don't even need that because every single year that $500,000 generates $50,000. Imagine that. Every single year, they now make $50,000. Every single year, they make as much money as they ever saved in their entire lifetime. And every single year, it generates 10 times the amount of money that they used to use on vacations. About $5,000, let's say, per year. Now they have $50,000 to use on vacations. My father-in-law got a brand new car out of this $35,000 car. And he's bought multiple expensive watches out of this deal. The last watch was a Rolex, something that he's always wanted his entire life. and was finally able to have once he let go of the house. So this place, we between me and my wife and her sister, we managed to scrape together $325,000 cash for them to buy this place while they were trying to sell their old house. I'll talk to you about how we used our HELOC to do that. Never use a HELOC to buy things that you want. This is one of the few instances where we used a HELOC. We've used a HELOC a couple of times as additional down payment for rental properties. So I'll show you how to do that as well. But never use it on vacations. Never use a HELOC for cars. You're just looking for trouble. Anyway, they moved in here. We painted the whole place for them because me and my wife are basically professional painters. We painted every single room in every single rental every time somebody moved out. So we literally painted this entire apartment in about 2-3 days. 2 to 3 days we had this place. Cleaned it up, furnished it, and got it all ready for them to just walk right through the door. So yeah, if you have parents that are, up there in age, navigating the staircase in their house, going up to the second floor, going down to the basement, God forbid, my God. My aunt and uncle both fell, both times, 2 times each, went to the hospital 2 times each before they finally moved out of their big house in Long Island. If your parents are up there, and especially if they're running out of money, they can literally do so much more if they got rid of their house and downsized. The maintenance on this place is about $1,200, and that includes no labor on my part. The maintenance on the house, probably we calculated up to, and close to $2,000. Let's say $1,500 to $1,800. $1,500 to $1,800 a month to live in a place. However, me and my wife were the ones doing all the labor, right? Anytime it snowed, we went over, right? Every single Sunday we went over for lunch. I did the lawn, right? I cleaned up outside. At the same time, we were taking care of our own house, my mom's house, the rentals down in Brooklyn that I went down did. Every single week I went down to the rentals, and I made sure everything was clean. If things were not clean, and I would clean up, right? I would show my face, show that I'm a decent landlord, right? Take care of things, and they knew I was a cop, so that's additional security for them. So yeah, I was sick of taking care of houses. When the roof leaked, guess who climbed up with a bucket of cement, right? When the chimney was going, bricks were falling out of it. Guess who climbed up with a bucket of cement to fix a chimney on a ladder that's 2 stories tall? Very scary if you're not used to it. So I was done with all that. We convinced everybody to downsize. Literally, my mom is 2 blocks from here. And even though we downsized and we moved into a co-op also, we're also about a mile from here. We're all within walking distance of each other. And I'm able to see my mom. I see my mom 2-3 times a week. And I work out with her, I walk with her at least once a week. And we try to drop by here at least once a week. So, there's so many benefits that we got out, all of us got out of downsizing, not to mention a lot more money. And, the ability to just, my mom and my in-laws, the ability to just be free to spend basically as much money as they want nowadays, right? It's crazy. But, it's time to talk to your parents if they're in a similar condition. All right, till the next one. Good luck. Bye.